Okay, so welcome to our YouTube channel once again. My name is D Azura, and I'm here with my mother. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, and this is the last name Churchill. Um, so yeah, that's the name of our channel. So we're going to do a part two of debt collectors responding to Google reviews. So let's get into this first one. Okay. So this one says, this company is a fraud. I will be contacting the BBB and filing a complaint with the credit agencies. They never contacted me regarding the charges they placed on my credit. There wasn't any written correspondence ever sent. They claimed they were calling at a phone numbers that were no longer in service. So why not a written correspondence? This seems fraudulent and illegal. You have to use all communication methods prior to reporting to the credit agencies. So, with this one, I would say, first of all, this is third party collections. So you'd have to reach out to your original creditor. They're the ones who put it on your credit report. And they always reach out before they send it to any third party collector. So if the number was incorrect, I'm sure they sent the letter. If the address is incorrect, that's on you to make sure that they have it correct. Um, yeah, a lot of people try to get by, I guess, giving the wrong number, wrong address, thinking it can't be put on a credit report because of that. It still can. They have the social, your name, date of birth. So yeah.
And anytime that you open some type of, whether it's account or a contract with a company, let's say anytime you sign a contract with a company, whether it be a phone company or something, and whether you move or not, it's your responsibility to make sure your address is updated with that company. Your address and your phone number, your information is updated with that company. So when that company sends your account to the debt collectors, they're sending all the information that they have at that time. So whether they have an old address or whether they have an old bad phone number, that's what the debt collector is going to use to try to contact you. Sometimes you will be contacted. Sometimes you won't be reached. Some people don't answer the calls.
Right.
And so then the account winds up on the credit report, and they wonder why. They're like, yo, nobody called me. I didn't know. You did know. You just chose to ignore it, thought it would never catch up with you, and it did.
Yeah. You don't get out of paying your bills by not answering the phone. You still owe. So that's what it is.
And the company is gonna try to contact you before they send you to collections. Remember that.
They always call or something. Some people have these little hangups. I don't answer calls if I don't know who they're from. Well, then you can answer to the credit reporting agency.
Yeah.
They'll give you all the information you need right there on your credit score.
If you don't answer our calls, guess what? We're gonna answer yours.
Right. Okay, we're going to the next one. Right away after answering, my name is Money. You owe this much. What's the number on the card? No human interest, root of all evil, love of money / Bible. I'm curious why they didn't type one single full sentence on this review at all. But yeah, we follow a script. It goes, hello, my name is, I give you my name, calling from the company name. Am I speaking with? And then I ask for your name. And then from there we verify date of birth, social, last four of the social, and the address. And then we go to the script. The reason this call may be monitored or recorded. This is an attempt to collect a debt. Any information obtained be used for that purpose. You owe this much. You get mad at somebody for reading a script, which is their job. They will lose their jobs if they don't read it. It is literally against the law to not read that script. They have to tell you that they are a debt collector. They have to tell you the amount.
Who they're collecting for.
Yeah, the company name. So You can get mad at the script all you want to. It's not gonna change. Okay, and what's the number on your card? That's just their person. Me, I change it. I say, how would you like to resolve this balance? Some people will say, you can go ahead and resolve this with a debit or credit card or check my phone. That's just the script. We get a little bit of wiggle room, but we still have to say, um, how do you want to make this payment? That is just
Mm-hmm.
that is the job.
Yeah.
Which
And we
one?
have to let you know who, like she said, we have to let you know our name, our company name, the reason for calling, which is about the money, and who you owe, which you already know who you owe most likely. And we have to offer you methods of payment. How do you want to resolve this? How are you going to resolve this?
Right. And why did you bring the Bible into it?
In that case, the Bible says, "Oh no man, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh no one."
So that's weird to leave on a Google review.
Root of all evil, love of money.
You're the one who wants services for free. You want everything. They want the car for free. They want the car rental for free. They want to open up credit cards, run it up, and not pay. They want to take out loans and not pay them back.
So who's
You
really? I ain't gonna say that. Okay.
you the one with the love of money, I guess. Spending other people's and not paying it back. Okay, so gonna move on.
What's called stealing too.
Right, right. Sounds like fraud. Cannot get any info on the bill issued to my elderly mother. Cannot talk to anyone. Send me a detailed bill. Hell, send me the actual company name that she owes. You can't even tell us who she owes.
So we can't talk to anyone other than the debtor without the debtor's consent. That's against the law.
Right.
So if your mother was to get on the phone and say, "Hey, you speak to my child? I give you permission to speak with so and so," then of course the person would be more than happy. The debt collector be more than happy to speak with you about. Trust me, they would be more than happy to speak with you about your mother's account. Other than that, it's against the law for a debt collector to talk to anyone. Well, not really, because sometimes they talk to the spouse.
Well, I don't talk to the spouse
Yeah.
because it's state by state, and I don't want to risk breaking that law because of your state. I don't talk to spouses without permission.
It depends on the company. Some debt collection companies let you talk to the spouse in certain states, but some don't. Some just say don't talk to anyone but the debtor.
Yeah, because like I said, we follow the law. We don't care what you think it should be at all. And why do you need a detailed bill? It's not your bill. You really just being nosy at this point. Because I understand your mother is elderly, but it's still her issue.
Yeah.
She needs to take care of it regardless.
And most likely, the collections agency probably told you to send in a power of attorney, copy of a power of attorney letter, and they can speak with you also. But you probably chose not to do that. Just want to make stuff difficult.
We follow the law. We don't care what you think. And yeah. Okay. This company contacted me stating that a car I sold 8 months ago was involved in a hit and run accident and I was responsible. This employee was not knowledgeable in the laws of the DMV and very rude. Companies will hire anyone with the post these days. First of all, most debt collectors, they got tricked into the job. They thought it was going to be customer service or something else. They always tell you something. Oh, you're going to be skip tracing. You're going to be payment processing. Yeah, you gonna be on that phone collecting. First of all, second of all, you did that deal with that car. More than likely, a lot of times what they do is you sell a car, they keep your tag on the car. So if they hit anything and run any lights, they run that tag, it goes back to you. So that is a silver suit with the person that you sold the car to. You did not handle your business correctly when you sold that car. So now you have this bill in your name. The only way to get it out of your name is to take that person to court.
I mean, I'm just weird. It's just weird. So 8 months ago was involved in a hit and run.
Yeah, they do that. They
How
keep
they?
they keep the tag, and then they run up. They'll run red lights, hit and runs. And then when they run that tag, it go back to the person that they bought the car from. So she should have took her tag off the car when she sold it.
So she didn't cancel the tag or anything.
No, she didn't cancel it. She didn't. They didn't handle the paperwork properly when she sold it.
It sounds like that's what happened.
This company called me today and said I owed a bill from blank from February 16th. I called the company and they said they didn't show where I was in collections and that I didn't have an outstanding balance. This company is trying to rip me off for $65. Reported them to the BBB. One thing I want to ask is why are you continuously asking the receptionist at the doctor's office for credit advice? They're gonna tell you whatever to get you off of their phone. They're not going outside of their job responsibilities to help you out. So they're gonna be like, yeah, we don't have nothing. Have a nice day. They might say it with a smile and politely, but they want you off their phone if they have no business with you.
And
You're
out their face.
what you said?
Or out their face.
Right. So your bill is in collections. The receptionist has nothing to do with that. And their word holds no power, right? So because the receptionist at the doctor's office told you something, does not mean that bill is gonna go away. It's still you still owe. It's still attached to your name, social, date of birth, all of that. So you can argue this point all you want to. It's not getting you nowhere.
And most likely, once that bill was sent to collections, it was no longer in their office. So of course they're gonna look. So it means it's probably at least over a year old or older. So of course they're not gonna see it. If they just look at the computer real quick and say, "Well, nope, you don't owe anything." Yeah, because that bill is most likely over a year old, and it's $65.
Yeah. So you're asking the receptionist to go out of their job responsibilities, which you're not going to do. They're just going to tell you something to get you off the phone. Okay. So my complaint is against blank. They started calling sometime last week. I am told I am on a recorded line before they even tell me who they are. After much deliberation, they finally announced themselves. I explained to them, since I do not know who they are and I'm refusing a recorded line, that any business they feel they have with me must proceed via mail. They said last week they would send me something. Nothing has been received in the mail, and they still call 3 to 5 times a day. They are harassing me. I am presently recovering from medical issues, and this harassment needs to stop. Their number is blank and similar exchanges. If this continues, I will be pursuing legal action and associated fees. Okay, to anybody that doesn't want to receive collections calls, just say do not call this number. They should take it out right then. It could take up to 48 hours for the system to update. But you just arguing and not just arguing back and forth does not change anything. Why are you answering the phone every day? Sound like you just arguing and hanging up.
Mm-hmm.
And then refusing the court in line is the same. It's not the same as saying you don't want to be called or contacted.
Yeah.
They're just gonna end the call. The system is gonna call you back the next day. or they can actually call you up to 3 times a day, depending on your state. So just say that I don't want to receive no calls. Um, and the part where you told them to proceed via mail, if you're not verifying your address, you're refusing to speak on the recorded line, how does that help anything? They could be sending it to the wrong address.
Basically, they don't even know who you are. So they don't know if they're speaking with the correct person.
Right. It could be a wrong number. Well, usually they'll ask for your name.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're asking for a name other than yours, just say wrong number. If it is your name, they're gonna want you to verify your name, date of birth, and last four of your social before they speak to you, and especially before they put in a request to
Mm-hmm.
send you anything.
But they're not even making it that far because they said, I'm refusing to quote a line. So they can't even get to the who am I speaking with.
Yeah, she's saying after much deliberation. So she's just arguing back and forth,
Yeah.
and nothing is being
Mm-hmm.
accomplished, which is what happens.
Mm-hmm. You said they said last week that they would send me something. Nothing has been received in the mail, and they still call. After a while, they probably like, all right, then have a great day. They're probably not even saying, I'll send anything in the mail. They're probably like, I'll notate that. Have a great day.
Yeah, what? Well, they lying if they said they was rotating. And if it was me, I would put third party or like no contact, no message left.
Of course, that's my notation.
Yeah, that's how we status it. 3 letters. NML, no message left. After all
Mm-hmm.
that arguing.
That's that. I'll notate. That's what that means. I'll notate
Yeah.
that. My favorite line.
So this one says, I co-signed a vehicle for my daughter back in blank. She had this car her full entire lease, even extended for 6 months. The dealership stated if she returned the car early within 6 months, there will be no penalties since she wasn't signing another contract already fulfilled her contract. Returned the car in March 2021. Daughter asks how much she owes. Dealership stated she will get the statement in the mail. Daughter calls again wondering about the bill. All of a sudden, it's July. The collection agency calls stating we owe a whopping $4,800 for what never received a bill from either. I called the blank. Stated we returned the car before lease wear and tear. She completed her lease. We have proof on paper. The balance owed is zero. The car condition is good. Balance owed zero. Blank are the rudest people. Asked for address. Told me to Google it. Never received proper letter. Demand I give them my debit card number. Harass and abuse 3 times a day. Um. So for this one, yeah, the when you lease a vehicle, you sign a contract with the finance company, not the dealership. They have no clue why they let you keep the car extra 6 months outside of your lease contract. They didn't really have the power to do that. So if you read your lease contract, you would have known that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you keep a car extra 6 months thinking you don't have to sign another leasing contract? I don't know. And I don't know why the dealership told you that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the wear and tear, if you read the leasing contract before you sign it, it will tell you you are required to get a third party inspector to inspect that car 2 weeks prior to turning it in. And then if there's anything wrong, you could get it fixed at their price. But if you turn it in without the inspection, everything has to be fixed at the leasing company's price. So yeah, this is a person who's never leased a vehicle before and is just not familiar with the terms. So make sure you get familiar with terms before you sign the contract.
It didn't read the contract.
People don't read and people don't listen.
Because first of all, they kept it longer than they're supposed to. First of all, they kept it longer than they were supposed to have it. So That's extra charges right there. Probably had more mileage on it than what at least told them they could have. That's extra charges.
All right.
Um,
25 cents per mile. It adds up.
mhm. And you can have like a tiny scratch on the dashboard, and they'll charge you for that. Just anything.
If you lose the instruction manual, they charge $75. They charge for everything.
Even extra wear and tear on the tires, don't they?
Yeah, the treading on the tires.
Treading on the tires.
If you replace a tire, it has to be the same tire, the same brand of tire that was already on the car. Otherwise, you get charged for all 4 tires. So, and they're gonna charge you about $400 to $500 per tire just because you changed one and it was a different brand.
And then also not renewing a lease, there's a charge for that. Like not leasing another vehicle.
Yeah, I believe it's a $400 charge, like a discharge charge or something like that. So, yeah, you shouldn't have listened to the dealership. Their word holds no weight. The contract is what holds weight.
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like that's the last one. Do you have any closing remarks?
One thing I do want y'all to know, debt collectors are human beings, just like debtors are human beings. If you call them and, speak to somebody like you want to be spoken to, you accomplish a lot more. You'll go a lot further. But it all depends on your attitude. We're more than happy to help you, and we'll help you, but it depends on your attitude.
Right. I don't know who told y'all could call in and just say whatever.
I know who did. When people with them so-called credit repair. What they call them? What they call themselves?
Credit repair.
For some reason, they told y'all we're the enemies, we're the bad guys, we're the devils.
They have to get your money.
Exactly. You have to make somebody look bad in order for them to look good.
Right. So people on Facebook and YouTube, hey, watching.
Mm-hmm. You pay them with $99 when you just take that money and pay off your debt.
Right. They start. That's what I did. That's how I raised my credit score. I took it up 120 points, just paying smallest to largest. Or depending on how old it is, if it's third party, you can negotiate a settlement. You gotta talk like you got some sense.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, go ahead. Oh, you gotta actually want to get it paid off. Don't call in looking to argue your way out of the bill. That will not work. Now you can have a valid, legitimate reason as to why the bill shouldn't be on your credit report or something really went wrong, and it's like, okay, we can get that settled. For instance, identity theft. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork you had to go through. It's a lot of waiting you had to do. But yeah, we can get that settled. We can get that, off your credit report, whatever. But if you owe the bill, don't call in looking to argue your way out of the bill. More than likely, what they're gonna do is turn it over to the original creditor. It's gonna come out for a couple of months. The original creditor is gonna send it to another collection agency. It's gonna be right back on your credit report. So all that arguing for nothing. All right, what else you got?
And don't call in if you say a bill is just $100. You call in like, all right, I give y'all $10 to take it out. Take it or leave it. Of course, we're gonna leave that and have a great day having it on your credit report trying to get it removed. Because, you call it with an attitude that we owe y'all something.
Right.
That don't how it go. That ain't how it go. Nobody owes you anything. It's your responsibility. If you sign a contract, it's your responsibility to, first of all, read it before you sign it. Okay, after you sign it, it's your responsibility to fulfill that contract.
Right. And I think we can end it right there. Mm-hmm. All right. So like, comment, subscribe. And yeah.